What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your AEW All Out 2023 post show for September 3rd, 2023. It is September 4th right now. You guys know, we saw each other earlier on today, and I was not planning to do an AEW All Out post show. And we're going to bring in my guy Deontay here in just a second. Because you guys know I was not planning to do an AEW All Out 2023 post show. We saw each other legitimately just a few hours ago before the event, and now we're here live on OTV doing an AEW All Out 2023 post show because Deontay, this fucking show was incredible.
Yeah,
What?
for a show with only a week build, like literally 7 days. It took them 7 days to build the show. It might have been the best show all weekend. Hell, I'll go one step further and say it was better than All In.
I think it was definitely better than Payback. I'll give you that. I'll give you the weekend. All In, that's a little bit of a stretch to me personally, but I can understand your argument. I
don't think it's that much of a stretch because considering cause what killed All In for me was All In had a bunch of questionable decisions. Tonight, it just felt like the right winners won each match.
Yeah.
And so
I can understand your argument. I can understand your argument for sure. But to me, right now, I'm fully in this right now. I think this was absolutely fantastic. I thought, everybody thought that, this was a missable show because, it was half Ring of Honor, half AEW. Didn't really think anything of it. But, dude, this show felt different tonight. And what I mean by that is the show just felt like it had a sense of urgency to it. Like they showed that even in, the face of adversity with the whole, CM Punk situation and them and him getting fired and, all of this happening just, 24 hours before the event, it didn't fucking matter. AEW showed, and those people that performed on that show tonight proved that life without CM Punk is going to be okay. Yeah. AEW doesn't need CM Punk. If AEW continues to do what they did tonight and show that sense of urgency and continue on this path, we're going to be perfectly fine.
Yeah, it felt like, it felt like the AEW of old. When the first few maybe months or maybe the first year of AEW. That's what it felt like. It felt like the old AEW.
I love it, man. I absolutely love it. And like I said, guys, I was not expecting to do a post-show review tonight, so I know a lot of you guys are probably going to catch this after the fact, and that's fine. That is perfectly fine. It's kind of hard to attack this show because I kind of feel like I'm reviewing an NXT takeover in a way. You know how NXT takeovers work.
Yeah, those used to be fire.
Those were special. Those were very, hard to wrap your brain around at times because all of the matches on those shows are just so good. And, you just didn't really know how to attack it all that much. This show had a 1 week build. No, everybody groaned, moaned, and complained about the 1 week build and how Tony Khan did All In 1 week, All Out the next week. It was a terrible decision, and I still think that. I don't want that to happen, even though I think Tony Khan is planning to do it again next year, which I think is still a terrible decision. But I digress. This was fantastic. I absolutely loved everything about it. I don't know how we're going to be able to do this review tonight, but we are going to break it down in the best way we possibly can. Honestly, dude, I just want to, just go, we'll go over the pre-show matches. The pre-show matches didn't really do much to me. I honestly wasn't able to watch the pre-show because
I
I
didn't
was
even
on a
watch the
podcast
pre-show. So
earlier today.
I
I was on a
didn't watch it.
podcast earlier today during the pre-show, so I wasn't able to see it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it at all. I didn't even. I know Hangman won the Battle Royal though. So.
Yeah, Hangman won the Battle Royal, last eliminating Brian Cage, over budget charity Battle Royale. So the winner got $50,000 for the charity of their choice. So Hangman chose I believe it was a local school type of charity in Chicago. So that's
Yeah,
good.
it was a school in Chicago Public Education, something like that.
Yeah, so they're gonna get some great money when it comes to that. Willow Nightingale, Sheeta, and Sky Blue defeated Athena, Mercedes Martinez, and Diamante in a 6-woman tag team match. There you go. I didn't really predict the Battle Royal because nobody was announced, but I did predict Willow Nightingale's team to win. So right then I was 1-1 or 1-0 at that point.
I was doing good in predictions up until the Kenny and what you call it match. I was doing good.
Kenny and Takesha. Yeah.
But I was expecting Kenny to win.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of people expected Kenny to win that, but we'll get there when we get there. And then the World Trios Championships, the Acclaimed and Billy just won the tag team Trios Championship, so nobody expected Satnam Singh, Jay Lethal, and Jeff Jarrett to win those titles tonight. So they retained. Good there.
Plus they got custom titles. They ain't losing shit.
Yeah, they got custom titles. They're not losing those anytime soon.
They scissor for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on that. That's They took him away from the House of Black to make Pink Strap Set Scissor. Okay, TK.
That's your father, man.
I don't know at this point. I really don't know. So we're gonna break down everything else when it comes to when it comes down to this. We're all just gonna, just do the final sequence of each match and just talk about it as a whole. That's what we usually do here. Not too big, not too major. So let's just get right down to it, guys. Before we do, hit the like button, turn on the bell for all notifications, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, join the channel if you're not already. If you do, you get a direct link to the OTB Discord. Join our Discord server today. It's absolutely a fun time over there. We don't just talk wrestling, we talk movies, shows, food. We got a sports chat in there. We got basically everything in there. There's like a try not to laugh section in there to basically where you guys can just send your funny ass shit and try to make us laugh. And if we didn't, it's honestly for laughs. Streams at times. He usually just goes in there and just fucks around, so it's awesome. So just join the community today. All the stuff is there down in the description. Follow me on social media on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram at PhillyMatt_, and go down into the link in the description for the official OTB merchandise. My merch and Lost merch are also down there in the description below, and WWEshop.com affiliate, which is me. Go down there, go get some merch today using that link. You're supporting me by doing it, and you're also supporting OTB because anything I get from that, I put directly into this. So there you go. And finally, today's sponsor, SeatGeek. Use the code OTB at checkout for $20 off your first purchase using SeatGeek. It's the best application you guys can have when it comes to ticketed prices because they grab them all from every single ticketing website out there and they make sure you get the best deal. Green means good, red means bad. Go use SeatGeek today because they've been a great sponsor of the OTB YouTube channel, of the podcast for quite some time. We love being a part of their family, and they love being a part of ours. So, OTB at checkout gets you $20 off your first purchase. Now, Deontay, do you have anything going on your side of things?
Follow me on TikTok, NBA Tay 2.0, NBA TikTok lesson. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me the 50 followers because I'm trying to go live. Because I have a very special project I want to try to get done by the end of the year. So, help your boy out. I'm also a WWE Shop affiliate. So if you go and fill the link on like my Twitter, my TikTok, You'll find it there in my link tree. I'm sponsored by W Energy. Code NBA save 10% off your first order of any order. And what else? There's something else. Fuck. I'm blanking right now. Oh yeah, go get your hornball merch on the MVP website.
Go get that merch, man. All right, guys. Let's get right into AEW All Out 2023. We kick things off with the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships on the line as Better Than You, BAYBAY,
Baby.
take on the team of Alex Reynolds and John Silver of the Dark Order. This was good. I honestly joined a little bit late on the pay-per-view because I was on that podcast, like I said. Shout out to the Meet Us in the Ring podcast with Maddie and Mary. Those two were
W
absolutely
podcast.
fantastic.
He's basically on a. He's part of that podcast now, basically.
I'm basically, a part of it, but Sionary is, I love being that for them. Yeah, we were doing our payback reviews, so that was awesome. But I joined a little bit late, which was cool. At least I didn't miss this entire match. The part that I saw was absolutely fantastic, and I did see the ending, which was really, really cool. Apparently, during this match, and Deontay, you can give me a little bit of the cliff notes that happened before, but Adam Cole was basically, just doing this on his own because MJF had to be taken to the back because of his neck injury that he suffered at All In.
Yeah,
So there was something going on when it comes to his neck.
I think it was
I mean,
part of the
obviously for
story.
the story, right? I mean,
Yeah, but
obviously for the story,
I
but
didn't see what happened that injured his neck per se. But yeah, he
yeah,
was out of the match for like 9 or 10 of this match. Adam Cole basically had to. It was basically a handicap match for the majority of it. Then
yeah.
MJF came out, did his thing, and yeah.
Yeah. So, the staff helped MJF up to his feet, taking him down the ramp towards the back, and Cole steps into the ring to basically, just take control of everything at that point in time because, he was just in this for himself at this point. So, uh, distracts the referee and Reynolds grabs the titles from ringside, only to get kicked by Adam Cole, who stops Silver at the last second. The crowd is chanting for MJF, who makes his way back to the ring to a huge ovation from the crowd here in Chicago. And uh, they were basically, egging him on to make the tag. MJF goes for both Reynolds and Silver, wearing both uh, challengers down as he shows how much fight he's got left within him, even though he does have that neck issue. Silver tries to intercept the champ but collides with Reynolds instead, and Silver falls down to the canvas. And with MJF's help, Reynolds falls on top of him. The challengers get to their feet only to be taken down by a kangaroo kick by MJF. I freaking love the kangaroo kick.
Yes.
Crowd is chanting for the double clothesline. They tag in. Um, the Evil Uno tries to intervene, but only to get taken down by Cole before he tags in. And they yell for the double clothesline. They hit the double clothesline on Alex Reynolds for the win. 1, 2, 3. It was a fun opening match. Really good thing going on there. Just a good story with MJF struggling to get back on the attack because of the neck. And it was just a good old style tag team match where, the baby faces got that win. I guess you can call them both babyface teams. I mean, Dark Order isn't really a heel, but
Well, apparently
um,
on Ring of Honor, they're kind of heels on Ring of Honor.
oh, they're starting to do a little bit of heel tendencies.
Yeah, on Ring of
Okay,
Honor.
okay. But I mean, yeah, dude, this is just a really fun tag team match, really old schools type of style there with MJF going to the back, but then all of a sudden coming back to that huge ovation, really grabbing that big, mega baby face type of reaction, bro. Loved it.
Yeah, it was a good match. I love what happened after the match with Joe and MJF. That was sick. The
Yeah.
call back to the NXT thing where he came out and pushed MJF. I love that. And I hope it leads to Samoa Joe MJF.
Yes. No, I will get into that real quick because that was definitely something interesting to look at. Cole and the referee check on MJF, who says his neck is still not great as staff help MJF out in the ring. The champ heads up the ramp only for Samoa Joe to make his way out to the ring for his upcoming match. But he shoved MJF as a nod to some moment back in history uh, during Samoa Joe's days in NXT, and MJF was doing some backstage work. He was an extra as a security guard at the time, and they called back to that shove. And first of all, I have to say that Samoa Joe as NXT champion during that time was absolutely fantastic. I love Samoa Joe
Indeed.
as NXT champion, but
Indeed.
that whole shove that he did to MJF was that callback, and MJF was not taking anything of it. He chased him down. They basically looked to brawl. They did brawl for a little bit until security and Adam Cole just basically, separated the two. And, they just weren't having any of each other. What do you think of this? Because Samoa Joe retained his championship tonight against Shane Taylor, which we'll get into. And MJF is the AEW World Champion. I wanted Samoa Joe to lose the championship tonight to Shane because I want him on AEW and I want him on Dynamite and Collision, he being Samoa Joe. He can still be on AEW Collision and Dynamite, even if he is the Ring of Honor World Television Champion. But do you think we're actually going to be getting a Samoa Joe MJF feud here? Is that what's going to be next for MJF?
I mean, I don't think it's going to be next, but it's definitely going to happen because they didn't just do that for nothing.
No,
they didn't just do that for nothing.
Right. They don't just do things like that and just brush it off. So it could happen. It's definitely something in the works and definitely something to look into as we continue on with this. It's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be great. So I can't wait to see what they do. And he has Joe had a big smile on his face as basically they were taking Max and Cole up the ramp, only for the next challenger of the Ring of Honor World Television Championship, Shane Taylor, made his way to the ring so that we can quickly get this match underway. I don't know about you, man, but that I understand it was probably like for the story and everything like that, but that altercation between MJF and Samoa Joe looked fucking real. And maybe they're just great actors and what they do to really sell it between the two. But that fucking looked like there was some actual deep shit in there.
I don't think it was real, but if it was, that would be crazy. Considering what just happened like a week ago. But nah, yeah,
right.
I think it's really good.
I mean, they're probably just great actors to make it look.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're just great actors to make it look as real as possible.
Joe and
but
MJF was just,
dude, there was
Samoa Joe and MJF was just good.
They were. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping at least. But man, imagine, bro. Imagine. I don't want to imagine, but dude, that would be fucking insane. Samoa Joe defeated Shane Taylor tonight, and what was a good match. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know Shane Taylor all that much. I know who he is, but I don't know much about him. And if you don't watch Ring of Honor, I'm sorry, bro. You're not really gonna get much into this.
I do know.
This wasn't bad by any means. These were two big slapping meat.
Yeah.
And it worked for what it was.
Yes, it was.
Samoa Joe retained.
It was a meat slapping affair. Biggie would be proud.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta get back into watching Ring of Honor.
Me and you both.
Like, it's so hard because Impact is also on Thursdays, and I
Yeah,
would find it very easier to watch Impact more than Ring of Honor. And I know I can watch Ring of Honor basically anytime I want to, because other means. But it's just hard. There's just so much wrestling nowadays. There's just so
yeah.
much. Um, but the champ got a fury of strikes before taking the challenger down to the canvas with the cocaine clutch, and Shane Taylor basically was choked out. Uh, he did not tap out. Um, no, he actually did tap out. He had no choice but to tap out into cocaine, and Samoa Joe retained the Ring of Honor World Television Championship. The guy has held the championship for 508 days.
I did not know that. I did not know that.
He has won this. He won that championship back in April last year.
It doesn't feel that long though. It didn't feel like it was that
It-
long
it-
ago.
but that's because we don't watch Ring of Honor.
That is true. That's also true. That's also true.
That's because we don't watch Ring of Honor. But I continue to look up these Ring of Honor championship reigns, even though I don't watch the product that much. The man has held the championship for 508 days, bro. When is this championship gonna end?
It's gonna end at some point. It's gonna have to.
I mean, they had a whole entire tournament. I don't know if you know. Well, actually, no, you probably don't know this because we don't watch Ring of Honor. But they had a whole entire tournament to determine the number one contender for the Ring of Honor Television Championship, which Shane Taylor won. So this whole tournament was to get to a challenger for All Out, and he lost tonight. See, now maybe I should have watched Ring of Honor because a lot of Ring of Honor stuff happened tonight on All Out.
Indeed.
Maybe there was a lot of build, we just didn't see it.
I mean, maybe on the Ring of Honor side, yeah.
Maybe there was a lot of build, we just didn't see it.
Yeah, on the Ring of Honor side, it was.
I mean, I'll tell you the tournament right now because, this tournament actually didn't look all that bad, from what I saw. So it was an 8-person tournament, and we had Shane Taylor. Well, matches were probably predictable in most cases, but still, I mean, this wasn't a bad tournament by any means. Shane Taylor defeated Serpentico in 4 minutes. Christopher Daniels defeated JD Drake in about 6.
I didn't know
Tony
he was still around.
Nese defeated Cheeseburger in about
He
6.
did that too. I love him.
In like about 7 minutes. And Gravity defeated Anthony Henry in about 7 minutes. Then Shane Taylor defeated Christopher Daniels in about 6.5 minutes. Gravity defeated Tony Nese in about 5.5. And then Shane Taylor defeated Gravity in about 5.5 minutes. So
Damn, is any match gonna reach 10 minutes? Sheesh.
yeah, no, none of these matches were like in the 10-minute mark at all. But that's how the tournament went. So I mean, it was about an 8-person tournament. So all things go down with Shane Taylor getting the win in the finals, but could not get that title in the end against Samoa Joe. And this match, day, guess how long this match was?
Under 10 minutes?
6.5 minutes.
What is. Wow, that's crazy.
And the Better Than You BAYBAY tag team match was about 14. So I mean, they gotta get enough time for what it was. Up next, we had Luchasaurus defend the TNT Championship against Darby Allin. I don't know why I picked Darby Allin to win this match because I love what Christian Cage and Luchasaurus are doing with this championship. I wanted them to retain, so I was happy that I lost that prediction. But for some reason, I just thought with everything going on, that Darby could have won that title.
I had a feeling Lucha was winning this. I had a feeling.
I wanted him to retain the title, and I'm glad he did. I just wanted to be different, I guess. But yeah, no, this was good for what it was. This was honestly really good,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was.
because
Darby Allin got his ass whooped for 95% of the match.
yeah, Darby Allin just knows how to fucking make you, you know, cringe in a
And
in a
then,
in a
and,
good
and then he
in
said
a
he
good
had
way.
back problems from All In. He said he had back problems.
Yeah,
So he
no,
did a lot of damage to his
I
back.
mean, he knows how to make you cringe in a good way. He just knows how to make you cringe in a good way, bro. Because man, he's taking these bumps. He's flopping around like a fish out there. It's brutal, bro. It's absolutely brutal. Um, but I love what Luchasaurus is doing. I think Luchasaurus has been, you know, looking the best he's ever been in this company, especially on the side with Christian Cage. The guy looks great. I mean, I understand a lot of people just want him to be, you know, that flippy dinosaur that he used to be. I like this more serious Luchasaurus. He doesn't need to do all these flips. He's a big fucking dinosaur, bro.
He's a,
Let him
he's,
be that.
he's a million years old. Like, what are we doing?
Let him be that big fucking dinosaur that can do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
He's a
Make
prehistoric
him do that.
animal, bro. He's been on this earth for a
He's a
million
fucking
years.
beast. He's a beast.
Literally.
Keep him that way. But Darby goes back into the ring, climbs up to the top rope. Uh you know, but then he gets grabbed by the throat by Luchasaurus. Darby takes a bite out of Luchasaurus's hand before catching him with an avalanche code red for the cover, but the champ kicked out. I thought that was fucking it.
Nah, same.
That avalanche code red was fucking great, and I thought that was easily the closest match, closest pinfall of the night up until that point. Great stuff there. Darby Allin looks like he's ready to finish this match, but Cage threatens him on the outside to possibly be hitting a concerto to the fallen Nick Wayne, who is out there tonight, which is enough of a distraction to get Luchasaurus to hit 2 tombstone pile drivers and a massive lariat to the back of the head for the win. 1, 2, 3, and Luchasaurus retained the TNT Championship. After the match, I mean, there was basically, there's no time for celebration because Christian bringing in two steel chairs to do a concerto to Darby up until the point where basically I don't want to call them the Job Squad, but I mean it's Dante Martin, it's I think I saw there were a lot of like smaller card guys coming out there to aid Darby Allin, to make sure that Christian did not do a concerto to him, and they were basically regrouping, and basically getting everybody together to help Darby Allin, who looked honestly dead in the ring, to help him get the help that he needed from the doctors and medical staff, and they promised to give us an update on Darby Allin later on in the night, but I don't think they did unless I didn't hear it.
They didn't.
Darby Allin's okay. I mean, obviously, this is just really good selling by Darby, but shit, this looked bad. So there you go. It was a solid TNT title match, though. I mean, this one had a little bit more build than a lot of people thought, because Darby won like a Royal Rampage match to get the TNT title shot on for here tonight. Back a few weeks ago, and it was during the Blood and Guts show. They had Royal Rampage because of the 2 rings for Blood and Guts, and he got the title shot then. They built it up to now. This was the TNT title match here tonight. So there you go.
Yeah. it was a good match. Also,
Powerhouse Hobbs. Oh, go ahead.
also breaking news: Christian Cage has resigned with AEW.
There you go. There you go. They didn't disclose any of the details, or they just said he signed.
He said it's a big fat contract.
Okay. Okay.
You know, he said it in the most Christian way possible.
Of course he did. Of course. Look, I don't know about you, man, but this is honestly, this is arguably the best run that Christian Cage has had. Um, I'll fucking say it in his entire in the career that I've seen him in since like my time of watching Christian. This is the best run he's ever done.
I can see that. I can see that. I can see an argument for that. Especially since I've been watching wrestling, I do think it's his best one. So yeah.
In my time of watching Christian Cage, this is the best I've seen him.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that's seen Christian Cage a lot longer than me, but
Yeah.
damn it, dude, he's fantastic.
Yes, the dead father merchants.
We had Powerhouse Hobbs and Miro, bro, and dude,
Well, this match was funny as shit. That crowd, the chance. Oh my god.
first of all, Chicago. I thought
I
you guys
never,
were gonna fucking hijack this show. You guys did in some ways, but damn,
I
you
never
guys were
thought,
fucking great.
I never thought I'd hear a beat that meat chant. That's what's in wrestling. That is crazy as shit. What the fuck?
Chicago, man. That's all I can say. Um, but no, in all seriousness, though, this match was fucking great. I didn't like this match. Basically, had nothing for me. I didn't really expect anything too much out of this because and you can stop me if I'm wrong, but big men matches to me are usually hit or miss. It doesn't matter what company it is. You get two big men in there, depending on what you need them to do, or depending their like athletic ability, or depending on what they can do in the ring. Big men matches are usually hit or miss. Am I
I
okay
mean,
with that so far?
I'm not, you're not
I
lying.
mean,
You're not lying.
yeah.
You know, it
So I
depends
mean,
on
like,
who the big men are. Like
right,
if they can wrestle, yeah, you know they can wrestle, then
right.
yes, you should have no problem.
And these two can fucking wrestle. So I mean, I was expecting a good match out of these guys. It's just usually big men matches are usually hit or miss. Now this match is fucking great. Dude, not only because of the
It,
crowd, but the actual in-ring action between these two were great. Powerhouse
it,
Hobbs and Miro. Now that CM Punk is gone, these two need to be focal points of Collision moving forward, bro. Because these guys are fantastic.
yeah, that match was crazy. It was a lot of meat slapping. It was a meat slapping affair, and I loved it.
This was great. So Miro is back onto his feet, uh, as he looks to, um, get Hobbs back down to the ground, and he locks in a clutch on Hobbs. But it's far from game over for Hobbs as he uh, finds back to his feet, carrying Miro up with him before dropping him onto the turnbuckle. Spinebuster by onto Miro. Hobbs makes the cover, and Miro kicks out. I thought that Spinebuster hit it, bro. I had Powerhouse Hobbs winning this thing, by the way. But I was fine with Miro getting the W
I
here.
had Miro winning it.
Yeah.
He just got back. I didn't see him losing.
Hobbs stood up, and now it's him looking to do a game over on the Redeemer. The game over was basically the accolade for those of you who don't know, and uh, he rises up and hits a spine buster on Hobbs instead. Basically, it's WWE 2K here. We're stealing each other's finishers, and Miro
Move
with a
thief.
stomp. and the game over, and Hobbs taps out. So Miro gets the win. After some reluctance, we get a bit of a sportsmanship between the big men, but it's a ruse because Miro kind of had a sense of it coming, because he turned around real quick. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got you, motherfucker." He's like, "No, no, no, it's good, it's good." And then all of a sudden, fucking clobbered him in the back of the neck. Miro saw it coming, but then all of a sudden, that second time, he just got bit.
Yep.
So, I mean, it was all a ruse. Hobbs blindsided Miro. Hobbs then goes for the attack, beating down Miro until CJ Perry shows up, the former Lana.
Yeah.
And she runs down into the ring, grabbing a steel chair on her way down, and swung it to the back of Hobbs. That was a grave mistake, because Hobbs seemed unfazed by all of this and was looking to grab the chair instead, but Miro is back up and, just wallops, Hobbs with 2 steel chair shots. With Powerhouse out in the ring, we're left with Miro and his wife in the ring. And after a stare down between the two, Miro just leaves the ring. He walks up the ramp shouting, "You're not real," at the woman that legitimately is married to him.
Oh, for real.
And that's it. What are we doing here? Is CJ Perry in AEW now?
I mean, she didn't show up for nothing, so I'm pretty sure she is. I don't know.
You're not real? I mean, I'm pretty sure she's real, bro. I mean, you sleep with her every night.
Lucky motherfucker.
Very lucky. But what do you think that means, man? Because I don't know what that could entail. Because I honestly thought that was CJ Perry back, with Miro and everything like that, back with the Rusev, so to speak, that she was going to be his manager and they were just going to, run roughshod.
I don't know. I don't know where it's going to lead to. They're obviously going to end up, together, obviously, because they go home with each other every night, so. But
I mean, they got to do something. But, I thought this was great, great stuff. A big win for Miro. It sucks for Powerhouse Hobbs that he didn't get the win here, but Powerhouse Hobbs, he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be fine.
Like
and
there's $1 million.
And he looked really good in the loss, so I mean, I'm not really too upset by anything. So that was great. So there you go. I don't know, but we'll see what happens when it comes to Miro and CJ Perry. So then we get into the TPS Championship Match. Kris Statlander and Ruby Soho. Now this legitimately had a 1-week build. The go-home show of Allin, they made this match official. Then the go-home show of All Out, they did what they did. I honestly, I don't even know what they fucking did. Do you remember what they did on Wednesday
I have no clue, because to go home, if they did, it must have happened on Collision. I barely watched Collision.
Maybe it was Collision, but I mean,
I didn't watch Collision because Payback was on, so I don't know.
I didn't watch it either. But this TPS Championship match, for what it was good. Kris Statlander retained the championship like she obviously should have. Basically, I believe this whole story of the whole thing was that, Ruby Soho's been here for quite some time, and yet she still has not won a championship here, which, she believes it's a crime.
That is a crime.
I honestly do believe it's a crime as well because Ruby Soho is fantastic. But it is what it is. Ruby Soho will get her time. It's just
I hope so. I hope so. Shit.
So they fight back up to their feet before Statlander drops Ruby Soho with a Blue Thunder Bomb for a near fall. She comes to the top turnbuckle, but takes a no future kick by Ruby Soho, followed by the Destination Unknown. Ruby goes for a cover, and Statlander kicks out again. I legitimately thought as soon as she hit the Destination Unknown, that was gonna be it. But that was not. Ruby Soho checks in on Saraya in the corner before going to the spray paint that they had in the opposite side of the ring. Saraya distracts referee so that she can use it, but Toni Storm appears from underneath the ring and she runs over to Ruby, stealing the spray paint, and Statlander hit her with the Sunday Night Fever, basically the Big Bang Theory. I like the Big Bang Theory better because she was an alien. Big Bang Theory, the whole thing, it worked. But now she calls the Sunday Night Fever, and she got the win. 1, 2, 3. Good to go.
Yeah.
Now this Toni Storm, basically costing the Outcast the championship here when she's basically a member of the Outcast. Maybe, I don't know, but the Outcast is basically dead and gone at this point. So I think we can all, come to agree that
I don't know. We'll see.
I
do love Toni Storm's fucking Marilyn Monroe kind of character.
Yes. It's like a more sophisticated Karen type of thing, but definitely Marilyn Monroe type of, style. There's a lot of great things that Toni Storm is doing with it. And, the accent that she does, or that she has, she's not doing it, she has it.
also, respectfully,
it works for it.
Also, respectfully, Juice Robinson, I will fight you. I will fight Juice Robinson, respectfully.
Oh my god. You know what? You know my guy. I wonder what makes Juice Robinson so rock hard.
Wow, just wow.
It's crazy.
I mean, if I went to bed with Toni Storm, man, I'd be too. Shit.
Dude, it's fucking wild, fucking great. So then we're getting into this strap match with Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks. First of all, I have to say this: Tony Khan, you sly motherfucker, you got Final Countdown again.
He used that CM Punk money to pay for the Final Countdown.
He used that CM Punk firing money. He used the rest of CM Punk's contract money to get the rights to Final Countdown again. You fucking dog. I love that. So, this was basically all stemming from Collision. I again, we didn't watch Collision, but I know exactly what happened here, so I'll give you guys what happened. Ricky Starks was challenging Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to a strap match at All Out. The Dragon comes out, has a contract in hands, looking like he's about to sign the goddamn contract. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Don't do it. Then, he's like, wait a second. You know what? Hold on. I made the Dragon name very famous, and, there's another person, here on AEW that, can easily do more in a strap match than I can. Which she's not wrong. So, please welcome the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Bryan Danielson comes out. He does this whole shtick. They do their thing. And he basically said that he was going to kick his fucking head in at All Out. And he signs the contract. That's how this match was made official. Legitimately just 24 hours before. So we got this match. And this match was fucking great. One of the best strap matches I've seen personally in my time of watching pro wrestling. Bryan Danielson made Ricky Starks look like a fucking superstar out there tonight.
Indeed.
This was incredible.
Match of the night.
This is the match of the night for you?
Yes.
Look, I don't look, that's fair. That is very fair. Even in the loss, Ricky Starks looks like a fucking superstar out there. Bryan Danielson knows what the fuck he is doing. He bled a lot tonight. Ricky Starks had a little bit of blood on him, but it was mostly Bryan's.
So that's why John Moxley didn't bleed. He was saving all the blood.
He basically saved the blood for his brothers in the BCC.
Yeah.
But I mean, this was fantastic. The strap match was so good, and
Yes.
you know, I loved every second of this. So Danielson brings Starks back into the ring. Starks hit a spear out of nowhere. Love his spear. And Danielson kicks out. Starks looks to go back on the attack, but Danielson hits a Busaiko knee out of nowhere. And Starks kicks out. Fucking great. Danielson promises to kick his fucking head in. And he does. He lays out Starks with some kicks to the head while he's holding his arms. And then locks in the label lock. Starks refuses to give up, but Danielson wraps the strap around his neck, forcing more of the pressure on the label lock. And because Starks is basically straining it to try to fight it all, he passes out. The referee calls it. The referee being, I believe it was Aubrey Edwards that was doing this match. Yep. And Bryan Danielson wins via submission. And Bryan, embraces the crowd after thrilled to be the victorious one in the night. So it was a fantastic strap match, one of the best strap matches I've ever seen in my time while watching wrestling. And it was an awesome thing. It was just an awesome showing. Starks has nothing to be ashamed of. He is a fucking superstar. This, honestly, to me, man, and you can disagree if you want. I honestly, we all have our difference of opinions here, but this was the best match I've seen Ricky Starks in for his entire AEW run.
Oh, I agree 100%.
I mean, he's had a lot of great matches in AEW, but this match with Bryan was top notch.
Yeah, and I don't think Bryan Danielson was actually like medically cleared to come back yet. But
he was medically cleared for this match, but he's not 100%.
Yeah, because I don't know if you've seen during the barricade spot when he had Ricky Starks against the barricade, you could see the metal rod in his arm.
Yeah,
you could see it sticking out the cast.
Yeah, so I mean, like, he was medically cleared to be in this match tonight, but he's not 100%. So he's gonna go back and he's gonna take some time off to fully heal this thing. But yeah, he wasn't fully cleared, but he was cleared enough by docs to do the match. So I guess it is what it is. Hopefully he didn't do too much more damage to the thing because we want him back.
Yeah.
So, great stuff there. Love Bryan. I'm always going to love Bryan. Bryan's easily one of the best of this generation, period. Like, he's one of the GOATs.
Indeed.
So, this was just fantastic. After the match, Hangman, won. He obviously won the $50,000. So, they basically said that the money is going to be donated to the Chicago Public Education Fund. So, good on them. They're going to get $50,000, and they will get $50,000, people. I saw people on social media during that segment saying, oh, watch them not even get $50,000. They're going to get $50,000. They don't fucking do that shit not to actually give them the money. People just fucking complain about anything, bro. Even about a charity battle royal.
It's the internet fight.
It's fucking ridiculous. But then we got this Eddie Kingston and Katsuyori Shibata match versus Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. Claudio and Wheeler won this thing. I'm not gonna say I'm totally shocked, but I didn't lose that prediction. I had Katsuyori and Eddie winning.
I also lost that prediction.
I had Katsuyori winning with Eddie by pinning. I had them pinning Wheeler Yuta because I didn't think they were going to pin Claudio. But because Claudio beat Eddie tonight, I fully expect these two to go at it one-on-one at Grand Slam in New York, where Eddie Kingston beats Claudio for the Ring of Honor World title.
Oh, I could see it.
That's where I see it going.
I could see it.
So, I mean, that's just how I see things going down. So we'll see where things go from there. But this match, seemingly coming out of nowhere, it didn't really make too much sense up until the point where I was like, shit, now that he beat him tonight, we could possibly see something at Grand Slam. It made sense for what it was, and, I'm not going to say, I was totally shocked by the outcome. I just lost the prediction. And it was okay. It was a good tag team match for what it was.
I agree. It did what it was supposed to do. It was fine.
Especially if they do something at Grand Slam, it definitely did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
Get people behind Eddie Kingston that much more so that we can get him to Grand Slam and ultimately win a world championship. Might be a Ring of Honor, but that's okay. Because I feel like Eddie Kingston's been more on Ring of Honor as of late anyway.
Yes.
So there you go. So Claudio brings the Mad King up to his feet, taunting him before setting him up for a Ricola bomb. Ricola bomb. It's right there, bro. Nobody's in the chat tonight, so nobody's in the chat tonight, so they can't throw tomatoes. But it's right there for the taking.
Are they gonna throw tomatoes in the comments? They're gonna be in the comments afterwards.
They'll be in the comments after the video's live. But Kingston gets out. Back fist to Claudio, but Kingston isn't done. A Northern Lights bomb cover, but Yuta breaks it up. Yuta then gets caught with a sleeper by Katsuyori on the ropes, but Claudio catches Eddie with a big European uppercut, and Shibata lets go of Yuta, but can't break up the pinfall, meaning Castagnoli picked up the win for his team. And there you go. He won with that very European uppercut. And good on him. They got it going.
Good match. Wasn't really surprised by the outcome, but I did predict Eddie them to win. So, yeah.
Then we got Konosuke Takeshita versus Eddie Kingston. Not Eddie Kingston. Fucking Kenny Omega. What the fuck am I doing? It's tired. I'm tired.
I was say Eddie Kingston wrestled back to back.
That would be a great match. That would be a great match.
It would.
But it didn't happen that way. Now I did my due diligence of looking up their singles rivalry, Kenny Omega and Takeshita. This is the third singles match in their entire rivalry. They had two prior to this. One in DDT, and the other in what was that promotion? I'm gonna go back and look at it because definitely I want to get this right. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get back to it. Okay. Yes, I can. So, one of them was in DDT. And here, let me get back to versus Konosuke Takeshita cage match. There you go. So one of them was in DDT, and the other one was in art. What's RT? Oh, there's another DDT, and both of them were in DDT at the time. And guess the record between those two in those two matches that they had against each other.
1-1.
No. Kenny Omega won both of them.
Oh.
Kenny Omega won both of them. One of them happened on September 30th, 2012, and the other happened on August 17th, 2013. So they really haven't had a singles match against each other in over 10 years. In over 10 years. It's fucking insane. Basically anything else was tag team matches. I mean, we saw Kenny and Kota versus Konosuke Takeshita and Tetsuya Endo. In 2014, they did some things in AEW. In 2021, and in 2023, they had Kenny and Takeshita versus Blade and Butcher. That apparently happened on the Dark, maybe. Then obviously what happened at All Out or All In, and then they had a massive 8-man tag team match back in AEW back in July. So I mean, it is what it is. But really only 2 other matches between these two singles wise, and Kenny Omega won both of them up until the point tonight where Konosuke won his first match against Kenny 1-on-1. I was very shocked because I had Kenny winning this thing, considering Konosuke defeated Kenny in that match at All In. Right?
Same.
But
anyway, too.
It didn't happen. It did not happen that way. And the only reason why I'm not too totally upset by it is because there's obviously more story to come.
Yep.
We're not done with this yet. They can't be.
I don't know.
At least I don't think they are.
We'll see.
I mean, it seemed pretty much over considering the way that he won tonight, because he fucking won clean.
Oh
really.
Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see.
But we'll see. I'm down for anything though, because these two fucking put on a banger. Takeshita heads to the corner for a running knee strike on Omega and another cover, and Omega kicked out. Don Callis calls for Takeshita, who distracts the referee, and Callis pulls out a screwdriver to stab Omega in the head with it, but Omega got out of the way and he escaped. Omega hit a V-trigger on and goes for a one-winged angel, but Takeshita has a screwdriver in hand, but the referee sees it and he takes it away from Takeshita, reversing the one-winged angel into a victory roll for a near fall. Another V-trigger by Omega, but no dice, as Takeshita starts, rocking Omega with some knee strikes of his own for near falls, up until the point where he drops the knee pad to add more damage to his final knee strike on Omega, and Takeshita got the win off of that final knee strike. His knee strikes are fucking brutal.
Yes, they are.
And this match was fucking great. Honestly, up until the point of obviously where Bryan and Ricky killed it, during the progression of the show, I had, at one point in time, I had Miro and Powerhouse Hobbs as the match of the night. Then, all of a sudden, we saw Ricky Starks and Bryan Danielson. And I'm like, all right, that's my match of the night there. Then, Kenny Omega and Kenosuke Takeshita fucking kill it. And I'm like, all right, that's my match of the night so far right now. Because these guys continue to just put on fucking bangers every single fucking time. And I'm like, what is happening here? This is just great. We had a lot of great matches on the show today. That's basically what I'm saying. Fantastic stuff.
Yes, indeed.
So then we have Bullet Club Gold versus FTR and the Young Bucks. And I was really, really hoping for some sort of dissension between FTR and the Young Bucks because I had BC Gold winning this thing. But there were some times when they did the Shatter Machine with Dax, and I believe it was Nick that helped him out with the second half. And then Matt and Dax did the BTE trigger. I'm like, great, they're doing each other's moves, man. They're gonna win this thing. But they didn't. They fucking didn't, man. BC Gold won. And I was like, thank you.
The Bang Bang Gang.
Thank you. This was great, though. This was a great 8-man tag team match. I wasn't really, too keen on this up until the point where it actually fucking happened. I felt like I should just shut my fucking mouth at that point because obviously FTR and the Young Bucks are great, and so are BC Gold.
Yeah.
I might be in the minority of this, bro, and I said this on social media. I actually kind of enjoyed this a little bit more than their tag team match at All In. Is that crazy? Like I enjoyed this match a little bit more than what they did at All In between FTR and the Bucks.
I mean, it's all up to your opinion. Wrestling is, subjective. So, if you enjoy it more, you enjoy it more.
I just thought, there's a little bit more, story between these guys at this point in time. I mean, there wasn't really much story heading into this match, right? The only real story that we had in this match was FTR and the Young Bucks. Are they going to be okay? Can they coexist? But this definitely went further than that, because of how much history they have. It worked. It worked. Especially with BC Gold because BC Gold is so great. The Guns, whether you like them or whether you fucking hate them, they're great at what they do. Juice Robinson, he may be rock hard all the time. He may be rock hard during his matches.
Hey, look, he's dating Tony Storm. I'd be rock hard too. Okay?
But he's fantastic. I mean, nobody can really, take that away from him. And Jay White's fucking Jay White, bro. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So, this was great. Really loved the way that they did this match here. I can't really complain, bro, because this match was really, really good. So let's go over the final sequence of this match. So Jay White eventually gets tagged, Daniel Lang into Dax with chops as a tag champion. Gets to his feet and responds with some chops of his own. It goes back and forth for a little bit until Dax hits a lariat. Shatter Machine is stopped by Juice, but Nick and Dax hit it instead, and Jay is still in the ring as Dax and Matt hit a BTE trigger on him. But Colton breaks up the pinfall after that. Colton then catches Matt on the outside with a famouser, but gets rocked by Harwood. Back into the ring we go as Dax gets caught with a roll-up and Nick is unable to break up the pin and BC Gold gets the win. I think Jay White hit a Blade Runner before Colin, slid on in to get the pinfall, so that's how that happened, and Nick was unable to break up the pinfall at that time. So there you go. BC Gold got the win.
Yeah, it was a great match. I loved it. Very entertaining. I picked FTR and the Elite to win, but I'm glad the Bang Bang Gang got the win.
Yeah, I mean, it was absolutely chaotic, and that's usually what multi-man tag team matches for AEW are like this. But this was awesome. I had BC Gold winning because of some dissension between FTR and the Young Bucks, and I was banking on that. It kind of worked. They really didn't have too much dissension, but they did have that little bit of a miscommunication at the end where the Bucks could not get in there to break the pinfall up. So it is what it is, and we'll see what happens more on Dynamite, because I feel like these guys are legitimately destined to fight forever. I feel like FTR were legitimately solely signed to AEW so that we can see this match forever.
Hey, I won't complain.
I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. But, I mean, I feel like that's exactly why they got signed here.
Hey, count me in. Shit.
And then we got to the main event. And dude, I can't fucking go over this.
It was...
What the fuck happened in this segment?
For once, Jon Moxley didn't bleed. However, there was a lot of blood.
I mean, Orange Cassidy. He saved it for Orange Cassidy tonight. And there was some blood on John, but it was mostly oranges. Yeah. And I don't know how to fucking break this thing down, man. I mean, I will say this. And dude, you can, I'm pretty sure you're not going to stop me if I'm wrong, because I'm pretty sure you kind of had the same sentiment as me. A lot of people in our group had the same sentiment as us at this point. Orange Cassidy was a fucking great international champion.
He was.
But it was time.
It was.
It was time for him to lose the championship. He was bulletproof up until this point, bro. I mean, he did everything he possibly could with the title. And, Jon Moxley, being the guy that he is, being as broken down as Orange Cassidy is, listen to Jon Moxley, who I call the ace of AEW. We have the ace of New Japan. Jon Moxley is basically the ace of AEW. Losing to Jon Moxley is nothing to be ashamed of, and honestly, Orange Cassidy should be fucking proud of what he made that international championship.
Yeah, after this match, bro, I don't want to hear a bad word about Orange Cassidy. He is him.
You can't. And if you do, then I don't know. I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from him or want from AEW to prove that this guy can actually do what he needs to do. He can fucking wrestle. Now, I will admit, were there a lot of pinfalls in this match by Jon Moxley to Orange Cassidy that Orange Cassidy should have honestly not kicked out of? Yes. But Orange Cassidy is a fucking great professional wrestler, and he knows how to make you suspend your disbelief. It's like, all right, that's gonna be it. 1, 2. Oh my fucking god, bro! What the fuck? He's great. Now, I mean, I will admit, sometimes false finishes like that can take you out of a match. It depends on who you are, and if that does kind of get you out of the match, get you out of the flow of things, I can't really blame you for that. But that's what Orange Cassidy has been throughout this entire run. He survives by the skin of his teeth up until the point of no return. And tonight was that. He just couldn't get it done. And that is okay.
Yeah. He had to lose at some point.
Again, dude, I don't know how to, completely go over this match, because this match was almost a half hour long.
Yeah,
they gave these guys some time.
Yes, they did.
And I thought they were just gonna say fuck it, because of how broken down this man is. John, kick his ass tonight. Squash him. I didn't
If he
want it to be
would
a squash. I wanted it to be this. I wanted it to be like this.
if he would have squashed him, me and Tony Khan would have had to fight.
I just had a feeling with how broken down he is and how, fucking intense John is. I thought that's what they were going to do. But I'm glad they didn't do it that way. I'm really glad they didn't do it that way, because if they did, that would be a really sour way to end this title run. You would want the champion to go out fighting. And that is exactly what the fuck Orange Cassidy did tonight.
Yeah.
This was great. So Cassidy slowly gets to his feet and Mox gets to his knees. Cassidy finally gets his hands in his pockets, and then he hits the dangerous, quote-unquote, kicks onto Mox. Only he goes into actual hard kicks at one point, and when he gets into hard kicks, he means business. Only for Mox to hit him with a lariat, but the champ is back up on his feet. Another lariat and another cover, and Cassidy kicks out again at the count of 2. A Death Rider by Moxley. Moxley covers, but the champ kicks out and gets the shoulder up. Actually, he doesn't even really kick out. He just fucking rolls onto his side. He rolls onto his side to get the shoulder up, bro. It was not a kick out. He just rolled over. Fucking great. And it fit Orange Cassidy to a T, too.
Yep.
Moxley is back up to his feet once more as the champ struggles to stand. Cassidy holds his hands up and tells him to just stop for a second, only to flip him off. And then Mox grabs him, does another Death Rider, and Mox covers again. And this time it was enough to pin him 1, 2, 3, and we have a new international champion to end All Out. And Jon Moxley is the international champion of AEW.
Yeah.
This was great. I loved every single second of it. BCC comes out to ringside to celebrate along with Mox, who gets the title in his hands, and he staggers away while the former champion remains laid out in the ring. BCC head up the ramp before Mox finally gets his hand raised and victory. BCC head to the back as we go back to the ring once more, seeing the remains of a bloody Orange Cassidy after a brutal main event. Chance freshly squeezed, wrung out in the arena as Cassidy finally gets to his knees. Thank you, Orange chants happened as Cassidy finally makes his way up to his feet to a big pop from the crowd, and he drops back down to a knee out of sheer exhaustion as the show comes to a close and goes off the air. I loved it, man. I loved every single second of it. This was just fantastic. Great stuff there. And you can't not give Orange Cassidy his props after tonight. You just got to. He's easily become one of my favorite superstars ever in AEW.
Not saying he's growing on me slowly this year.
I mean, I liked him. I liked him before all of this. I really did. I understood his character. I understood what they were doing with him. I knew what they were doing with him during this run. But, dude, this run just proved to everybody that the man can go. And I knew he can go before that, but I just don't think people really understood what was going on. Now, they should understand what's going on because he is that fucking damn good.
Yeah, he is him.
So, I loved it all, man. I think this show was absolutely fantastic. It was a hell of a main event, hell of a show. For a show that just seemed almost scrapped together, very last minute. It didn't really seem like anything was going to be that much of an excitement for the show. Honestly, a show that a lot of people said that they could miss. This show had great matches, great storytelling, and while we got a lot of answers tonight as to the life of AEW after CM Punk, there's still some questions to be answered. And if AEW continues on this path, those questions will be answered again as we continue on with these, as we head into what I believe Wrestle Dream, which I believe is the next pay-per-view.
Yep, October 1st.
And we're just gonna continue on this path, man. I think we are actually getting things back on track. Sense of urgency in AEW is exactly what we needed tonight after everything that happened yesterday. Good stuff. Good stuff. See, this is why Tony Khan is Mr. Pay-Per-View. He does not know how to put on a bad pay-per-view.
Indeed.
He may have some questionable decisions at times.
There's only
it's never really a bad show.
There's only one pay-per-view that he missed on. And that was Double or Nothing of this year. That was the only one. And it wasn't even terrible. It was mid. It wasn't bad, but it was mid. That was some good. That was the only pay-per-view.
I honestly don't even remember what happened. Oh wait, that was the Fatal 4-Way, wasn't it?
Yes.
That was the Pillars 4-Way.
Yes. That was the only pay-per-view that I feel like was not it wasn't bad, but it was saved by the last couple of matches.
Yeah, looking at this card and just looking back at it, yeah, there was definitely some things that happened in this. Yeah, Orange Cassidy last eliminating Swerve in that 21-man Blackjack Battle Royal for the international title. A lot of people want Swerve to win that title. It didn't happen, and people were pissed off at that. Adam Cole defeating Chris Jericho in that unsanctioned match. There was a lot of things going on in that just didn't seem right, especially with the referee stoppage. FTR defended the tag titles against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. That got people totally pissed off. I remember that time, for me specifically.
Why the fuck is Jeff Jarrett in the title match in 2023?
Right. That's right. Wardlow was the TNT champion at the time, and it was in a ladder match against Christian. That was odd.
What the fuck? I just thought about something. What the fuck is Wardlow?
Yeah, Wardlow's just gone, dude. I guarantee you he's going. I guarantee you he's going to WWE once this contract is up.
I wouldn't blame him. I would not blame him.
I guarantee he's going.
I would not blame him.
Tony Storm defeated Jamie Hayter for the Women's World Championship. That's where her run started, and now she's not even champion anymore because it's goddamn Saraya. Look at this. House of Black defeated the Acclaimed and Billy Gunn for the Trios Championship, so that is interesting considering we just had that. Jade Cargill was the TBS champion. Defeated Taya Valkyrie, and then Kris Statlander returned to beat Jade for the title. Wow, it was all the way back at Double or Nothing she became champion? Jesus Christ, what if... Tony, put Kris on TV more.
The TBS champion is on TNT more than she's on TBS.
No, she's not on TV at all. She hasn't been on TV in months, I feel. Maybe she's just on Rampage and I don't see it, but I don't fucking watch Rampage.
You talking about Kris Statlander?
I'm talking Kris, yes.
She's been on Collision a couple times in the past few weeks.
Like past few weeks in 6-woman tag team matches, but not like actual showcasing her as the champion.
Yeah. They haven't really done much with her.
She's been She's been champion since Double or Nothing, and we haven't really had a solid feud for her as a TBS champion, which I thought we were going to be getting that now that she beat Jade Cargill, who did nothing with the fucking title.
We all know Tony Khan doesn't give a shit about the women's division, so it don't surprise me.
MJF defeated Sammy, Darby, and Jungle Boy for the World Championship, which I feel like all of us should have known that was going to happen, but a lot of people had a new champion that night. It was never going to happen.
Yeah.
But that was a great fatal 4-way. I love that 4-way. That 4-way is absolutely one of the best matches all year to me. Then the BCC defeated the Elite in Anarchy in the Arena. So
yeah, those last two shows saved that pay-per-view from being trash. It went from trash to mid. It saved that pay-per-view.
Yeah, I will say Double or Nothing was probably the weakest of the shows so far. I will say though, the match of the year still for me right now. And again, we're still, we still got like this is the start of the final quarter, so still got like
fast. Shit.
Yeah, this is like the start of the final quarter. So, I mean, we still got like 4 months left of everything. But my match of the year still is MJF and Bryan Danielson in that Iron Man match, bro. That's
valid. That's valid.
That match, I can't get over that match, man. That match is so good. And the way that they really just made things happen when it came down to that. And a lot of people thought MJF could not hang with Bryan Danielson for an hour. And they fucking did. So that's my match of the year so far. In terms of tag team matches, match of the year, FTR and BC Gold.
Yep.
For the tag titles on Collision that night. Dude, come on. But yeah, this was great. A great show. A lot of people thought this show was not going to be really any good. And fucking Tony Khan said, you know what? Hold my fucking beer. I'm gonna fucking prove you guys wrong. Prove to you guys why I'm Mr. Pay-Per-View. And he fucking did exactly that. Now, I ask you, finally, before we get the hell out of here, October 1st, Sunday, Wrestle Dream happens in Seattle, Washington. Apparently, there's going to be a ton of New Japan presence on this show because it is celebrating the 1-year anniversary of not celebrating because he's passed away, but you know what I mean. It's in memorial of Antonio Inoki's 1 year since passing away. Who do you expect on the show? Who do you want to see on the show, at least when it comes to New Japan talent, or basically any talent that might not be in the company yet? Who do you want?
As far as from New Japan, I would love to see maybe a Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay has to be on the show.
As much as I don't want to see her like in AEW, Mercedes, if she's cleared.
I fully expect Mercedes to be on this show.
Yeah,
I do.
If she's cleared, I expect her to be there. Maybe Okada, of course. Would be cool.
If Okada can get the date, I would love to see it.
And maybe like I don't know, like a Leonardo or something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we were probably just naming the obvious names that we would just love to see because those are the guys that we just know the best from it. New Japan. But yeah, obviously Tetsuya Naito. Obviously Mercedes if she is cleared. Tanahashi. I'd like to see Tanahashi back.
Yeah, Tanahiro Ishii.
Ishii could do something. I mean, there's a lot of people in New Japan that could be doing something, but you know, Wrestle Dream on October 1st should be good, and then we got Full Gear in November. So we're doing these monthly pay-per-views, dude. So I'm cool with it as long as we actually get some build towards them.
And put these on a streaming service. I'd be damned if I pay $50 every month. You're gonna be fucked up, Tony.
He wants to. He wants to, and he's trying to lock that shit down. And I know he's trying to, but dude, you gotta do a little bit more than trying because, again, like Deontay says, we're not gonna be paying $50 a month. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like we're back in the old days of WWE, you know. It's like I'd have to go to AEW.com just to see what the hell happened at these shows, but we don't have to because obviously, you know, the things we do, we know what we do. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, you're right. We're not going to be paying $50 a month for this shit. They gotta lock it down. So
yeah.
It is what it is. But Full Gear in November, and we don't know much after that. We don't know what's going to happen in December, January, February. I mean, Revolution is probably going to happen in March, but they're going to try to lock down these monthly shows. So we'll see what happens. So I don't doubt Tony Khan when it comes to, you know, trying to make pay-per-views or just figure things out. So the only thing I don't want is for All In and All Out to be 1 week from each other again. But I think Tony Khan already basically said that that's going to happen next year. So that sucks, but it is what it is. But hey, you know, look, if it's going to be turning out in the way that it did this year, I'm cool with it. It's just fucking build both shows. Don't just build one. Don't put all your eggs in one and then just say, hey, fuck it. Ring of Honor and AEW. And that's it. Build both. I know it's hard to probably build both, but build both.
Yeah.
But all right, bro. That's gonna be it. We're gonna end it here. Have a good rest of the night, guys. Stay safe. God bless. And for those of you guys who are watching this after, leave your favorite match of All Out 2023 in the comments, and your favorite match of the entire weekend. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a good rest of the night. Stay safe. God bless. Peace.
Yo.